Yo guys, and give me a second real quickly. Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. And we're back again with another stream here. We're going to today discuss Bitcoin. We're going to today discuss about where we think this market is heading towards today as well. We're going to discuss basically everything, how the market is looking in terms of its leverage currently right now, because there are once again pretty interesting developments. We're going to look at the altcoin market. Is it a good time to be buying altcoins right now? That's a very good question. And we are going to try to answer all of your questions right now on today's live stream here. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in towards this amazing new live stream here, and let's dive right away in towards the content. And of course guys, congratulations for holding through this a little bit of a more tough period in the market, of course, right? We've been trading in a pretty tough period in the market. We've been, of course, being in an sideways slash downtrend. We've been trading at very low stages for an approximately 81 days here. And of course, like it is always for Bitcoin, the true hodlers will make the most amount of money. The people that are not afraid for market corrections will make the most amount of money. The people that are not panic selling, and the people that are not necessarily willing to be buying the exact dip, but the people that are willing to dollar cost average in towards market corrections will be the ones that always are going to succeed. So that is also what is currently happening. The people that dollar cost average in towards the downtrend are making tons of money right now, and the people that were still waiting for that 30k or 29k are still waiting to be buying the Bitcoin price action. So what are those guys are going to do? They are going to FOMO in towards Bitcoin today, because yes, the USA is going to be waking up in approximately 3 hours from now on. The stock market is going to be opening, and then probably the real volatility will be start to kick in towards this market once again, and that is going to allow probably a lot of volatility towards this market. So I will be giving you guys quickly my brief update about how I currently think this market is looking. So let's start off with the 1 hour time frame, right? So the 1 hour time frame, we do know Bitcoin has been trading in a beautiful trend here, and the question is right now, when is this trend going to end, right? We've been right now trading for 14 days and 11 hours in towards an uptrend. Bitcoin has been only forming higher highs, and Bitcoin has been only forming higher lows. So this is a trend you want to see on the market, right? And what is right now, the stage that we're right now in here is in the exponential stage, right? Because the market tends to go up and more and more and more exponential. And at some point it goes too exponential. It's going to consolidate too long here at an exponential already. And it's going to come down again here to slightly cool off here. Because yes, Bitcoin is getting pretty much like in a very stage that it could even come down a little bit, right? So it is a little bit overbought, but I do know Bitcoin. I do know these market behaviors, because I've been here in crypto since 2016, and I've seen several market reversals, and usually after a market reversal, Bitcoin looks very worse on the RSI. It looks to be that it is losing some momentum, and it is creating tons of bearish divergence, but usually it tends to continue even further on towards the upside from that point. So what I will be saying right now here is that I'm not going to short this market. I will keep my longs open, and for me to open a new long position, I've got to wait a little bit here. I've got to wait ever so slightly. Yesterday, we made a ton of profit with our long positions, so that has been already amazing. But for us to open a new position right now, we have to wait a little bit. We have to wait a little bit right now before we can do that. So what we can see right here is that the Bitcoin price action on the 1 hour time frame is indeed doing the same what we have been expecting. Price action has been increasing, RSI has been decreasing. So we're losing a little bit of strength on the 1 hour time frame right now here, and we're forming, of course, a bearish divergence, what you can see right now on the left side of the screen. How does a bearish divergence look here? Price action forming higher highs, and the RSI is forming lower highs. So we're seeing a little bit of a momentum loss here. However, as well, we're going to look at the other momentum indicators like the MACD. We can currently as well see, even though the price action is coming further up, we're about to have a bearish crossover on the 1 hour MACD here. What is also suggesting a little bit of weakness to enter this market in the coming hours. But yeah, like we do know, it's Bitcoin, and since it moved up exponential and the US is about to be waking up again, there could be some more FOMO coming in from the US, because yeah, maybe they thought, oh, the market came down again, and since the market is still holding up, there could be, of course, more potential FOMO from the US coming in the coming hours, and especially since the stock market is right now open. Yeah, and looking real quickly at the 4 hourly time frame, it is like it's a beautiful scenario where we're currently looking at. Of course, we do know we flipped this previous support zone, previous support slash resistance zone. We broke above it. And right now we're just indicating so much strength here, and the 4 hourly candle is overbought. And if we're historically going to be looking back at the last time Bitcoin was so overbought, of course, it was of course here in February, and in February we did came down massively afterwards here. But basically, once Bitcoin is so overbought, you should be a little bit more careful. So, yes, I would love to open a new position. But for me to open a new leverage long position on Bitcoin, I have to see some more confirmations. And I have to be seeing a little bit of lower risk. So, yeah, I love to open new trades here. But sometimes it's just not smart enough. And right now, I don't think it's smart to look at any trades. Also, don't short it. Because like I told you, I know these market reversals can be very nasty. Because if we do look at the funding rates right now, we can see that there are some exchanges. It's pretty much neutral right now here, but there are some people trying to short this pump towards the upside once again here. So that is, of course, also taking some risk with you. But most importantly, how did we predict this pump towards the upside? I've been, of course, saying it to you guys several times that we are going to be breaking bullish of this this zone here, because everyone was shorting Bitcoin along the way up. And you know what's the big difference, what we discussed, and basically what I've been seeing here on Bitcoin, on this whole re-accumulation phase, in this phase here, this first initial pump back towards 45k, funding was getting very positive. So a lot of people were longing this market pump towards the upside. And that is not a thing that you want to be seeing, because that shows you there is a very likely chance to come down again. What did we do? We did came down from that point. Then the second pump, we had the exact same here. The funding was shooting up positive again. So people were also, once again, longing the pump rather than shorting the pump. What we were seeing along the way up over here, because the funding stayed negative, and not a little bit here, guys. Not even a little bit, because if I quickly, like open, can I maybe get an extra screen here? I think I can get an extra screen here in... towards the here, if I quickly like open the Telegram group, our private signal group here, where I do share my signals, right? If I go a little bit back here, and of course the trades that we called here, if we break this level, swing trades, and literally here the new trading opportunity, what I told you about, let me quickly see. Yeah, here we can see the funding rates. Oh, you can't see it. It's apparently not updating. I don't know. It's my first time I tried this. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, this is the trade that I showed you guys here about. This is my entry I showed you guys about. But basically, I was saying in this video, guys, the funding is getting very negative. It was minus 0.04%. That's crazy. So everyone was pumping, opening shorts along the way up here. And of course, guys, if you haven't already, joined that Telegram group in the link description. If I open a new trade, I'm going to share all my trading entries over there. But I told you guys about that this is looking way different than these last pumps towards the upside, where everyone was longing the pump. And rather in these other stages where everyone was longing the pump, we were shorting the pump along the way up here. And if people short the pump, there could be a short squeeze coming, because if people are going to keep placing more and more shorts in towards this market, and the price action just continues up and up and up, and they're trying to cover their shorts, so they're going to open even more shorts, there's going to be a turning point where they are going to sell off their shorts. And if you do sell off your shorts, you're basically buying Bitcoin back in towards the market. And that is, of course, adding buy pressure. And that is basically what a short squeeze is. And this was basically a typical short squeeze towards the upside. Because, yeah, if there are so many people opening shorts, it is not smart to join them. So please do take a notice. If you want to learn a little bit about how you can use leverage in the market to your advantage, because that's literally what we're doing. I mean, I'm trading with leverage as well, but what I'm doing with my leverage trade is that I'm always going to counter to see what other people are doing. So if everyone is trading short, I'm usually going to be a little bit more cautious with opening a short as well, because then there's a very likely chance to get a short squeeze. And especially if it happens in towards a pump here. If Bitcoin pumps and everyone is opening more shorts in this pump towards the upside, it is looking very dangerous, and Bitcoin is likely going to hold on towards the upside, and Bitcoin is not likely to fall down again. If everyone is longing this pump here, it is very likely that the pump will be getting undone very quickly. So there are several ways how you can take leverage in the market to your advantage to predict how the market is going to look afterwards. So please do know that. That's very important to know. And what site I use is CoinGlass. And at CoinGlass, you can basically see the funding rates. That are the rates that are the rates between longs and shorts on every single exchange, on Binance, OKX, and Bybit and FTX. And of course, Binance, Bybit, and FTX are the most important exchanges to look at, since the majority of the volume and the majority of the open interest are coming from Bybit, FTX, and Binance. So please do look at these exchanges mainly. So since they are right now neutral and FTX is negative, we can lean a little bit more towards the bullish edge here, but basically we are neutral. So that's also very important to know. Also, quickly looking at the MACD on the 4-hourly time frame for Bitcoin, we can see we had a pretty bullish crossover, and basically the bullish side of this market is continuing further on towards the upside, and the MACD is just showing very healthy growth as well for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been forming higher highs on the RSI, higher highs in the price section. This is healthy growth for a market, even though it's right now overbought. Yeah, it is taking some more risk by holding Bitcoin right now here, even though I'm not going to sell anything of my holding position or my trades right now here, since yesterday my trade already I already hit my take profit of my trade yesterday on the 46.5k here. So yeah, pretty decent what we did sell there, and pretty strong we made so much profits by that pump towards the upside. But the 4-hourly time frame, yeah, I mean, we should just wait a little bit here. If the market goes up further, we're just going to be benefiting from it by our holdings, and yeah, that's basically how we're going to be playing it right now. So on the daily time frame, it also looks pretty interesting, Bitcoin, of course. Daily time frame is just so exciting to see here for Bitcoin to finally reverse, and especially after such a significant daily candle close with no wick on the top side, just a very strong daily candle close, and especially on a Sunday, it's pretty interesting to see that. We are, of course, breaking above this range over here, this previous resistance range. Right now, we can flip this into support. So if Bitcoin is going to come down over the course of the coming hours, coming days, I personally see the $45,000 as a main level for accumulation, and as a main level where I can expect a major market bounce back from off towards the upside. As well, guys, before going further in towards this video, I would really quickly ask, guys, can you smash up that like button? Boys and girls, can you smash up that like button? I currently can see we've got 111 likes here. It will be truly amazing if we can get this towards, yeah, 200 likes maybe. Will be truly cool if we could do so. So make sure to smash up that like button. It will be definitely very, very appreciated if you can smash it up right here. So let's go right away further in towards the analysis to give you guys a very good overview about what Bitcoin is doing today. So Bitcoin today, of course, broke above this very critical range here. And of course, a retest of this range will be allowing us to open new trades. If you do want to be trading, check out the link in the description for Bybit to get this deposit bonus rewarded towards your account. So basically what we can say is that Bitcoin has been in a reaccumulation phase. And just like last time around, while we were breaking above this reaccumulation phase here, we were breaking bullish and we were breaking towards the upside very quickly. And just note on how the daily time frame is just keeps continuously forming these higher lows, right? Here we formed this major market low, this major reaccumulation phase, and right now we formed another major reaccumulation phase on the market. But note about how this reaccumulation phase is sitting at a higher low stage, right? We're sitting way higher accumulation. So this also means that Bitcoin is just losing sell pressure to go below that $32,000. There's still a lot of people willing to buy up those Bitcoins over there, also indicating and showing us that there's a lot of strength for the coming days, coming weeks ahead of ourselves, that we're not really really falling below this weekly low of the 18th of July, of course. But note what we can see right here. The next major resistance target for Bitcoin to really look at right here is going to be this 51.2k target. The 51.2k is, of course, this very critical previous resistance range here. What could be potentially provide more resistance if Bitcoin is going to come up again onto the coming days ahead of ourselves. This has been also provided major rejections on the market, and if we can break above it, then as well, if we're going to even extend it, we can see not really a lot of significance, to be honest. But if we do break above this range of the 51 towards 50k for Bitcoin, we can then really start to look at the real exponential rally, because I personally believe as soon as we do break above that 51k barrier, we're going to start the real big bull market. So yeah, this is looking pretty interesting. And of course, I do think that probably Bitcoin is going to create a similar movement towards the upside like it did last time around here. Why am I expecting that? Is because usually after Bitcoin consolidate, just like every single time what we do know here, I expect Bitcoin is going to be pumping up in towards the upside real quick. And let me quickly explain this to you guys out there about why I do think this. And let me quickly tell to you guys out there, we have seen this every single time here. After a reaccumulation, people lost their interest on Bitcoin. And what happens afterwards if the market spikes up here? People want to get their hands on those Bitcoins as soon as possible. And of course, market makers also want to be seeing the price action move up as soon as possible. Because what happens if the market moves up so quickly? It creates euphoria. It creates greed and euphoria and hype. And what do you need for a Bitcoin to reach 100K? You need euphoria. You need hype, and that is exactly what the market makers also want here. They accumulated a ton of Bitcoin. They're not going to really sell off right here, and we're going to be moving up exponential. Just look at the last times we created this euphoria, right? So we moved up approximately 20% in 3 days, and afterwards we crushed up massively, right? So we're seeing similar structures right now playing out here, and basically over here, we're just going to look at it. We moved up 64% in just a matter of an approximately 21 days here. And if Bitcoin is going to do the same again from this range as well, we're going to sit around 70K within the 16th, before the 16th or 17th of April. So Bitcoin can start to go very quickly towards the upside right now here. Be warned, because Bitcoin tends to move up exponentially towards the upside if it does break bullish after such a long time of reaccumulation. As well, just look at the pandemic crash, or just look at the January correction where we reaccumulated as well, because this is basically also a reaccumulation phase, and we broke off above it exponentially. And since this is creating euphoria, we move up afterwards also very quickly. And this candle we created yesterday also created euphoria. So this in mind, and as well in our mind, that the S&P 500, what is very important, right, is also looking very bullish today, and also is looking bullish over the past days here. The S&P 500 is probably going to set as well a new all-time in the coming days ahead of ourselves. And together with Bitcoin breaking so bullish, we are ready for a massive rally in the coming months ahead of ourselves. If we are just going to use our mind to think about how this market always have been behaving itself, because Bitcoin behaves itself every single time the same. And I'm personally expecting this. So what will I do with my trades? That's a very good question. Of course, I still have got this swing trade entry. Of course, I did not really enter much more. I had approximately 3 Bitcoin on my account. I had at that time 3 Bitcoin on my account, and I was willing to open a trade with 3 Bitcoin, but unfortunately, I only opened 0.5 Bitcoin because the market right away pumped afterwards. And if the market was coming down, I was entering more towards my trades. But still, I am very happy and very pleased with this entry we did got on the market. Then also at the same time, yesterday, if we're going to go towards the USD tether, I was trading Bitcoin against USD tether yesterday, and we made this amazing trade here. Just look at the close P&L. Yesterday we made an approximately 12K here from this trade we took altogether from our Telegram group here. So pretty decent profits we did make there. If you do want to be seeing about when we open these trades, join the Telegram group in the link in the description, guys. It is definitely very valuable. So yeah, that was pretty amazing to see, of course, what we did over there with that trade. And of course, I had my take profit on $46,000. Yeah, you could argue, yeah, you could have extended it even further, but I'm still very happy with the gains we made on this market, because yeah, 46K was a very strong target because we opened our trade on the 44.4K, right? So we made a very good amount of profits, and I'm very happy with that position that we did had there yesterday. Right now, we still have this 5x leverage position open on Bitcoin, and this 5x leverage long position on Bitcoin has got its stop loss on $41,000 with its entry on $39,000, and I will be setting my stop loss a little bit higher to 42 right now. But like, this is a zero risk trade here for very potential high rewards, and just look at how perfect this entry was, of course. If you don't know already, I also called this trade, yes, in my Telegram group here. I said I'm opening a 5x leverage long position on Bitcoin with this and this money. I exactly told you where I was opening this trade. So if you did join this trade here because you are an OG watcher or an OG follower in the Telegram group, you are doing an absolutely amazing job here. So yeah, that trade is going to do pretty well here, and I'm right now planning to even extend it further on here, since it has already got a very good entry. It's a low leverage trade here, and it's pretty low risk to extend this trade here, because if the market is going to come down, I still believe we're going to get a bullish retest and break further bullish, because the daily time frame, the weekly time frame all broke pretty much bullish on Bitcoin. So yeah, looking further in towards daily time frame, let me quickly discuss this here. Is of course this re-accumulation schedule, basically where we were looking at, right? So Bitcoin showed us exactly the same re-accumulation schedule as of January 2019. Just look at the numbers and how perfectly they were matching with each other. And right now we're heading towards that number 10. What was the most exponential rally towards the upside for Bitcoin? It was a 25% move towards the upside from up that point. So if we're going to take as well 25% move towards the upside, we're going to look at targets around $50,000 for Bitcoin. So that's pretty amazing what we did see here, and the coincidence, and just not the coincidence, but the historic data really repeating. Bitcoin always repeats itself, but in different ways, of course. So right now, Bitcoin is repeating itself in similar reaccumulation schedules like it did in 2019, and it is just beautiful to see this. And as well, since Bitcoin did broke above this horizontal range, just like it did in January 2019, it went in this more bullish period on the market. So right now, we are expecting the similar stages to be happening as well. Bitcoin came in January 2019 from a massive downtrend, then reaccumulated in a ascending triangle. Typical bearish bias continuation pattern. Once again, right now as well, bearish bias continuation pattern. But because it is looking so bearish, it is a good time to accumulate. Because if the whole market is shorting it and the whole market is saying this is a typical bearish bias pattern, we're going to be breaking down, we are starting to get bullish, of course. So that is basically how it works. Once Bitcoin is looking the most bearish SF in downtrends on daily time frames, and the funding rates are very negative, everyone is shorting that market, it's a good time to long. Because yes, I look at patterns, I look at how the market development basically behave itself on patterns. But most importantly, what I changed up in my whole strategy in the last 6 months here is to look at how the leverage is moving this freaking market. Because what so many traders don't understand is that leverage is nowadays moving this market up and down. Because if we're seeing so many shorters coming in towards the market, we are going to have a short squeeze. If there are a major amount of longs coming in the market, we are going to get a long squeeze. That is how the market nowadays works. And if you don't know already, 4% of the total market capitalization of Bitcoin is getting used in leverage trading. So it is so big. Maybe 4% doesn't sound a lot, but it can move the market massively, because they're also taking with that 4% loans in the market to move the market even further up and down. So please take a little bit of, no financial advice, but take a little bit of knowledge with you that the market is not always getting moved by these patterns, but also by leverage. Markets are nowadays getting moved by leverage. So that is why I take every freaking single day, I look at the funding rates. Because I look about how the traders, how long and short traders are trading against each other, so we can make up our mind about where this market is actually heading towards. So that is very important to know. That is really where I have a lot of advantage from compared to other traders maybe around here in the cryptocurrency space, and where I've been seriously seeing me making a difference against other traders. So let's go further in towards the analysis as well, and let's talk a little bit about this weekly time frame. So what we can see over here is that Bitcoin broke above that weekly bull market support band. We can see last time around, we broke above that weekly bull market support band. We moved up in this exponential period, and of course, if we're just going to be backtest this in general, let's just look at a very large time frame, of course, right? Let's just quickly backtest the bull market support band about how good it is here. So here in 2015, we crossed bullish on the bull market support band, and what happened? We had an exponential rally towards the upside of an approximately 8,000% in the coming 800 days afterwards. So pretty much Bitcoin flipped bullish at that point. Then we had a bearish crossover, and we went in a bear market basically. We crossed bullish again over here. Once we did cross it, we pumped up 233% in the 84 days afterwards. Then we crossed bearish again. Then we had some sideways action. But note about how we did flipped bullish again over here. Since we did flip bullish, we moved up more than approximately 693% in the following 455 days afterwards, and Bitcoin created an exponential rally towards the upside. Then, of course, we flipped bearish again here. and here we flip bullish, and of course from that bullish flip here we moved up another 64%. And what are we seeing right now? What are we seeing today? Bitcoin is about to flip once again bullish on the bull market support band, and that is a major signal we are getting on this market. This is basically a major signal for a potential bullish market in the coming weeks ahead of ourselves for the Bitcoin chart. Of course, as well, if we're going to look at that weekly time frame, we can use several indicators, we can use several metrics, or even just this very important pattern, what we can see over here, the weekly reversal pattern, I call it. So the weekly reversal pattern looks like this W scenario over here. You form a low in the market, you form higher lows afterwards, and you form this horizontal resistance range here where we just broke above. So we are right now looking for this bullish breakout on the W scenario for the Bitcoin weekly time frame. The price target of this weekly breakout is going to be somewhere around the 53,000 US dollars. What is still a long way to go from here on. As well, weekly time frame, I can talk a long time about it, and it's also a very important time frame to analyze, basically, because if we're looking at the weekly time frame, we can as well see, look at this beautiful parallel channel, and look at the significance. Top side really providing resistance, and like you can see over here, lower side really providing very strong support, and also the trend line, look at how inchly perfect this trend line is here. It's a beautiful trend line where we saw beautiful touch points on, and where we have been seeing beautiful movements towards the up and downside from off. So important to look at this weekly parallel channel towards the upside. As well, quickly looking at the EMA ribbon, to be knowing is pretty nice to know. Of course, we're once again trading back above the weekly EMA ribbon, and that is also going to allow us to find some support on it, because last time around, like you can see, we got majorly rejected by it. So yeah, Bitcoin also trading back above that weekly support on the EMA ribbon. That's also a very good indication. As well, we do know, if we're going to look quickly at the 3-day time frame, and if we're quickly going to remove all the drawings, and about my bottom prediction, I've been, of course, expecting and making a prediction about the bottom on the market, and it was, of course, between this range here, because, well, have we seen over here, a lot of volume has been trading on this level, so it is likely to not really easily fall below this range. However, Bitcoin, what is the major resistance to be breaking right now on the higher time frames? It is the level that we're currently trading on. From off the 42.2K, it is starting. You can see this red box here on the market. This is a range to be breaking right now here. Why? Is because this is the most critical volume resistance range we're currently running in towards. This is literally, if you're just going to look ahead of yourself about how much volume we're going to counter in the future, this is the most critical range to be breaking. And of course, if we do break above that 50K, because that's where it approximately ends here on the 3-day time frame, we're going to explode at least towards 54K, because that is what, because between that range we almost had no volume trading. Like you can see, there's almost no volume over here. But this very important red box, what I'm currently drawing, has been a very important previous support zone. Support over here, resistance over here, support/resistance over here, and the period where we lifted off towards the upside. So yes, Bitcoin did break bullish on the daily time frame, on the weekly time frame, but we still got a major task on our hands right now. We've got to break this 47.2K target right here, and if we do break above this here, yeah, I mean, I'm already very bullish on Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong here. I am expecting a bullish period in the market, but always look at your next level of resistance, right? And the next major level of resistance we're about to head towards is this region we're currently trading in. This is the last volume region to be breaking before we've got like literally liftoff. So let me quickly also tweet about this, guys, because I am thinking it's very valuable for all my Twitter followers as well. So make sure as well to follow me on Twitter. The last volume resistance to break for Bitcoin. So let me quickly say this. I mean, I do tweet a lot here, guys. I'm just doing this live as well to let me post this right there. But I post a lot on Twitter, so I think it's very valuable to follow me on Twitter as well. I try to post a lot of charts here to give you guys updates on it. And like the followers have been growing like massively. I'm also currently doing a massive giveaway, guys. I'm doing a $2,500 deposit giveaway. Let me quickly see where I tweeted about it. So I'm going to do here, like you can see over here, already 12,000 likes. It's crazy. Make sure to join it. I'm going to give away $2,500 because I lost my bet against you guys, the viewers. So make sure to join it. It's a crazy giveaway. I've never done such big of a giveaway yet towards one person. You're going to be one guy, and I'm going to use a randomizer. So there's always going to be people that say, oh, it's fake, blah, blah, blah. But I will use a randomizer and I will film it so no one can see it's fake, because I only do real giveaways, of course, like you guys do know on the channel. So it's been an absolutely crazy period here on Twitter. If you do want to be following us over there, it will be absolutely amazing. The Twitter page has been basically exploding. I love Twitter, and I love you guys who are all following us over there. So it's been a crazy period, yes, so far indeed. But yeah, talking about Bitcoin and this weekly this daily volume resistance, it's important to be breaking above it, because if we do break above this range over here, it's basically the middle point of this reaccumulation phase, right? So if we're going to look at where Bitcoin has been basically trading between, and I've been saying this several times before, Bitcoin has been in a larger scale reaccumulation phase. If we're going to look at this reaccumulation phase, we can see we've got the basically, let me see, this is an approximately range between of 130%, right? And the middle point of this range is then, in this case, 65%. And where's the middle case of this? Let me place it like this. So the middle place of this region, this reaccumulation region, is going to be that 65% range from the higher side, right? And you know, you can see the coincidence right here, the middle range of this reaccumulation phase from Bitcoin, because I believe this is over here, what we can currently see over here on the larger scale. This is a reaccumulation phase for the real big bull market that is still yet to come. For Bitcoin, that is really going to be exploding towards the upside while we are moving up again, guys. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We are starting to be pumping, and this is, of course, beautiful to see here. Please don't FOMO in towards the market. It is not smart. Just do your analysis. Just stick towards your research. Of course, what I do want to say to you guys out there as well, if you decide to be buying Bitcoin today and you decide to at least hold it for 2 years, it's not bad. It's a very good time to be buying Bitcoin. I still said it. Bitcoin did also break bullish on these larger time frames. We are going to see exponential growth coming in. Buying Bitcoin and holding is the best strategy to do, and as well for Ethereum. Buy Ethereum, hodl. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch. Buy Ethereum today and hodl for 2 years, and you're going to be making life-changing wealth. Buy Bitcoin today, hodl for 2 years, you're going to be making life-changing wealth. Hey man, always love your stuff. Thoughts on FTM, Phantom. I will be going over Phantom in a second, man. I will be quickly wrap up my thoughts on Bitcoin here, because I've got still this larger time frame thing. Because like I love to discuss altcoins for sure, but we do know that the market is moved by Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin does decide to be breaking bullish, altcoins are going to follow. And how altcoins are following is usually due to Ethereum compared to Bitcoin chart here. I will be explaining to you guys out there how altcoins in general are looking right now, right today. But first, we always decide to go in depth about what we're currently seeing on Bitcoin. So guys, before going further in depth about Bitcoin, smash up that like button. Will be truly appreciated. We're only 1 like away before reaching 300 likes. It will be truly amazing if we can slap up that 300 likes right now, guys. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Let me quickly check out with you guys out there how we are looking for the channel. So I will quickly go to this here. I also can just show you, I make no real money from YouTube here, like you can see, but 1,000 euros. I mean, YouTube is not really the revenue creator, so I mean, by just slapping up the like button, it will be absolutely amazing. And I mean, for you subscribing to the channel will be also amazing, because I love you guys and I love making content for you guys, because it's just crazy. I mean, I love YouTube and I want to really reach that 100k this year. So guys, can you smash up the like button and subscribe to the channel? It will be highly appreciated. We're giving free content, free value to you guys out there. And the only thing you have to do for me, I mean, you don't have to do it, but it will be highly appreciated, is subscribe towards this channel. And then we're going to go in towards some the details right now. So what I want to be saying here is that Bitcoin is in this larger scale reaccumulation phase. And note, every single time we're above this stage here, we tend to be seeing more of these big spikes towards the upside, these big green candles, right? And if we're below it, we see these big red candles coming very quickly towards the downside. And in these reversals, once we do touch the lower side of these reaccumulation phases, we tend to be moving up also very quickly again. So yeah, what is going to be important for Bitcoin is to just, of course, break above this range here, break above this middle range, because then we're basically entering this bullish market stage in for Bitcoin right there. So a break above the 50k is going to be very bullish as well. Note about how the let me quickly remove the VPVR for a second. Let me remove all the drunks for a second as well. But also quickly note about how the RSI has been developing itself on the 3-day time frame for Bitcoin. And let me quickly set this up correctly. Let me not extend this to the right, but let me quickly show you guys about how the RSI has been showing these trends as well in the market, right? So we can see once Bitcoin is trading below of the 50 RSI, we tend to be in bearish periods of the market. Once Bitcoin is trading above the 50 on the RSI, we tend to be in these bullish periods in the market. And what are we seeing right now? We are seeing Bitcoin entering a bullish stage, but for how long? We don't know. Give me a second, by the way. So, what we can see right here is that Bitcoin... Oh, my camera. Excuse me. I've gotten the same issue again here. I hate this issue. Excuse me. Let me quickly fix my camera before going further in towards it. This is so annoying. I always... there it is. Okay, so I can right now disable this function that he's going to focus on me. So it's okay already. So what we do know is that Bitcoin, once it does break above the 50 on the 3-day RSI, it tends to be going up as well in a rapid pace. It tends to be in this bullish market period, because we've got bullish market periods and bearish market periods in the cryptocurrencies market, in the Bitcoin market. And right now we're entering the bullish period again. So if we're quickly going to be backtesting this as well on the chart, we can see this is where the bearish period started. Oh, here the bearish period started for a pretty sustainable period of time here. So this is the bearish period on the market. Then we do have another bearish period getting started over here. And this one lasted for a very long time, of course, like you can see. We've not had such long of a bearish period in the market. And then we had these bullish periods as well in the market. And note how the RSI is coming over with the price chart. Note about how these trends tend to be emerging themselves, right? So we don't know how long this trend is going to take right now for Bitcoin. Will it take very long? Will it take very short? We yet don't know. So it is looking pretty interesting about how these markets does develop themselves here. And you can see about whether we're in bullish stages, whether we're in bearish stages, and just look at how long of a downtrend we just have behind us, guys. We've been coming down for such a long, sustainable period of time that this trend that we're right now starting can also take way longer, because there have been a lot of people losing their faith in the system. There have been a lot of people basically exit the market. Just look, I mean, I can see it on YouTube, guys. Look at this. My channel has been, I mean, it's been good, but just look at this whole year. And I mean, this is a very good reference for you. Just look over here. No interest. No interest. No one is willing to really look at the YouTube, look at doing their research, just investing time in themselves. No, it's not happening because the market is moving down. And just look at here. Where the market was in this exponential phase here. Just look at October as well. This September, October, the channel grows massively. Why? Is because the market moves up here. So I see it very goodly because I'm making these videos myself. I just see it on my views. I just see how much people are interested in the market in general. And I see right now the interest is picking up again. Pretty positive again, because that could also start to see, that could also show as results in this euphoria run-up, because we want to make money. So what do we want to be seeing here? We want to be seeing a euphoria rally. And if, let's say, for instance, my channel is growing way quicker, we do know there's a lot of interest in the market again. And that is also what we're starting to see right here. We're coming back in towards this period where the market is has the possibility to be moving up exponential again. So be prepared. We could start to move up very quickly. It is looking pretty interesting about how we're going to do so. So let me then talk right now about should we wait a little bit for a pullback to buy long? Dres, in the beginning of the stream, I discussed all my strategies about what I'm currently seeing and expecting on this market. So I should definitely suggest to look a little bit back in towards the stream if you're really interested in those thoughts here. So right now, I see a lot of questions from the chat coming in about altcoins. And let me start to talk about altcoins. So if you're talking about altcoins, you have to talk about Ethereum. You have to talk about the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation, because I've explained this several times, and several times before, and if you're an OG watcher, you probably do know this. But how altcoins are moving is always against Bitcoin. Altcoins are always moving against Bitcoin, and I think this chart, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, is not necessarily showing you whether to see where Ventum is right now standing. No, it is showing you where altcoins in general are standing. Because if we do know, and if we're going to look back, the peak of the altcoin cycle was in December 2021 here. The peak of the altcoin cycle before was in September 2021, and the peak of the altcoin cycle was also at the beginning of May here, before that major crash did occur in the market. So this chart, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, is basically showing you how much greed there is in altcoins, and how much fear there is in altcoins. And oh my gosh, there's someone ringing on the door. Let me quickly see if I have to open this off. Give me 1 minute, guys. Be right back. Yes, I'm back again. I had to open the door for a second. There was a package coming in. So, I'm just taking you right now through my day here, what I'm basically doing a day. I'm running too fast. So, where I was in my story. This chart is basically showing us how much greed there is, and how really hard people want to be actually buying altcoins. And I've been explaining it. I've been buying tons of Ethereum. Oh, sorry. I've been buying tons of Ethereum, and I've been buying tons of altcoins purely because I was seeing the market was coming back towards these low risk accumulation ranges. Because buying at the lower side is suggesting that altcoins are a little bit undervalued, and that you can buy altcoins at a cheaper valuation. So this is very important to know. I've been buying so many altcoins, and of course, if you do follow me on my YouTube page, if you do follow me on my Twitter page, you do know that I've been tweeting a lot about this specific chart, that you do know that I've been showing you guys a lot of times that buying altcoins is good. And the question you are asking me right now, because we can't talk about historic data, but is it good to be buying altcoins today, right here, right now? And I think yes. I will be giving it a big fat yes here. Yes, altcoins have been moving up a little bit here. But what can we see? Are we still sitting at these low risk stages for Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, or basically altcoins against Bitcoin, altcoins in general? Yes, because there is still not that greed has been not really coming in here. And I can also guarantee you one thing here, and that is that Ethereum will be taking a lot of valuation out of Bitcoin in the coming 3 months. And I'm very certain about this one, because the merge is coming up here. The big proof of stake network for Ethereum is going to roll out within 3 months from now on, and that is going to result in massive hype towards Ethereum. So yes, I am right now expecting that Ethereum is going to grow massively in the coming months ahead of ourselves, in the coming 3 months maximally. I personally think we're going to easily take out this previous high here, because the hype is going to be much more bigger than the London hard fork update, what was basically this rally in August. So there's so much more to come for Bitcoin, and note how funny it is here that in July, Ethereum started to rally against Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin market reversed afterwards over here. And note how funny it is right here. The Ethereum market rallied here towards the upside against Bitcoin, it consolidated, and in this period, Bitcoin exploded. And we're basically sitting in these same stages over here. We're just about to have another pump here, because as soon as the market settles down of Bitcoin, as soon as Bitcoin settles down, consolidates a little bit here, people are going to be buying these altcoins again. So is buying altcoins today, is buying altcoins in this period of time good for returns? If we're talking about the coming 2 weeks, maybe 10 weeks, just let's say this range between 4 weeks and 10 weeks. Are we going to be making massive returns on altcoins? I am thinking yes. I am buying a lot of altcoins right here, because I do think the returns can be massive. And of course, I've been buying altcoins yesterday with my profits I make from trading. And at the same time, I've been already buying so much altcoins in the recent weeks here. And note how funny, I've been talking so much about, let me quickly post this tweet here. I just wrote a tweet on my phone here earlier today about so many people have been calling me crazy for buying the dip, being bullish on the 33K, because people are bearish because the market is moving down, and people always want to hear what they want to hear. So if the market comes down, people want to hear you talk bearish. If the market comes up, people want to hear you talk bullish. But I've been buying so much, and I quickly tweeted something from my phone here because I already wrote it and I was willing to tweet it, but then I started to go live out of nowhere. But yeah, people have been buying so much Bitcoin and altcoins over the recent weeks here, and so many people called me a stupid bull. But guess who's laughing now? I mean, we are laughing. The people that have been actually buying this dip are laughing right now. So it's been pretty much amazing to see what we did had there. And guys, I mean, absolutely amazing. You guys are smashing that follow button on Twitter like crazy, like never before. So yeah, it's been a very amazing time so far by buying this dip and making so much profit from this market. I'm waiting to scale my long. I mean, I'm waiting to scale this long actually as well, but I'm only going to do that in case the market does come down towards levels around 45,000 US dollars. If we're going to retest this region, I'm thinking it's low risk enough for me to accumulate such kind of a bigger long position. But of course, I'm saying this right now, and note how I'm saying this right now, but my thoughts can change massively. So guys, do know, me as a trader, I changed my thoughts a lot here. Why? Is because the market changed also a lot. If the market decides to, out of nowhere, spike massively in towards positive funding rates, let's say the average Joe, every average Joe is going to open their positions. I could be flipping just bearish over there. I could be just flipping bearish. So please, some people do get angry at me. They say, well, you would change your thoughts. And I mean, the market changed, so my thoughts are going to change as well. You should never always stick to one strategy. You should use, once the market does change, your opinion does change as well, because the market moves, and that's how you should react, right? So please do note, my thoughts could change if the market decides to change as well. So very important. And of course, if you want to be just stay up to date about all these developments, I should definitely suggest to everyone who's right now watching to go below this video and go towards my Telegram group, because if I do open a new trade here on this market, I am going to share it to you guys out there on my private Telegram signal group. I've already, like, a lot of people have been asking me for such kind of a group, and you know what's pretty funny? I do know a lot of people, like, they are having these paid signal groups or whatsoever, and we are doing it completely for free. Why? Is because I've got nothing to hide, and second of all, I am making tons of money by trading, and why should I ask you maybe $50 US a month? And it takes so much organization to set everything up here, and I make like maybe 10 or 20K a month with it, you know? I don't care about that, because I'm already making more than 40, 50, 60K. I mean, last month we made 40K approximately by just trading Bitcoin towards the upside. And I think there are going to become much more better months ahead of ourselves, guys, because as soon as the market does decide to move up here and we're going to get more volatility, it's going to even be easier to trade it. And we're going to even make more profits. So I am definitely ready to make a bunch of profits right here. And there are probably a good months coming ahead of ourselves. I'm currently setting up a very interesting account with exactly 100K in it. And I'm going to, I have 100,000 US dollars in the trading account here. And I'm thinking of just using that account only for the Telegram group to exactly show you the results. Okay, we started today with 100,000 US dollars, and like maybe in 10 months from now on, I'm going to, or just every week, I give you guys an update about how the trading account is looking, so we can basically go through it all together. Because my real goal here is to educate. My goal is not to make a ton of money. No, I mean, that's my goal, of course, but also to educate, because I mean, I love it. I love just growing the audience. I just have an addiction for it. I've always have a love for like growing audience, and just at the same time learn people's stuff. And crypto is also my addiction. It's like an wonder, you know. I love it. So it's been a very crazy period of time in the market, and there's so much more crazy stuff about to come towards us, guys. So yeah, Amer is saying I can finally quit my job at McDonald's. Whoop whoop, let's go Bitcoin. I mean, I was applying like 2 weeks ago. I was applying for a job, but fortunately enough, I don't have to do so. Bitcoin, crypto rover, Bitcoin, a bull flag up to. I mean, this is not really a bull flag, my friend. I mean, this is rather like this is not really a bull flag. A bull flag gets created towards the downside, and a bear flag gets created from a downtrend towards the upside, like this. So this is not really necessarily a flag that we're currently creating. We're just creeping further up towards the upside, and it's not necessarily a pattern I'm currently looking at, to be very honest, on this market right now. And I think it's also looking pretty dangerous. So please be aware. We are still losing a lot of momentum on this market. Well, the price action is creeping up towards the upside. I don't want to be the game breaker. I want to be the guy that's realistic to you guys and help you guys trading your funds towards the moon. So what we currently can see is that the price action is coming up here and the RSI is coming down still, also indicating a little bit of a strength decreasement, right? And on the 15-minute time frame, you can see it even more clear, right? We can see clearly we've been losing a lot of strength here across the RSI, and the price action has been still creeping up towards that upside. So if we're going to form higher highs, we're probably going to see a lot of hard periods in this market as well to still see some bearish divergence getting formed from here on. So yeah, I am standing pretty neutral in this market right now here. Not necessarily extremely bullish, not necessarily extremely bearish. I wouldn't be surprised actually to see Bitcoin scooping up back towards $49,000. Why am I not really amazed if we're going to see Bitcoin come up towards $49,000? First of all, critical resistance zone. I think likely to touch that level and to see maybe cool off from that point a little bit then. But why am I not surprised to see Bitcoin trading around that range here is because the USA is about to wake up here in 2 hours from now on. The US market is as well about to open in 2 hours from now on, and it will be having 3 hours. Oh, wait. The time from the US market has changed because I forgot something. In the Netherlands, we just changed the hour. We are 1 hour in front, so maybe the US is opening in 3 hours from now on. I'm sorry, the times changed in the Netherlands, so that's why I'm a little bit crazy right now. But Bitcoin could be seeing some more volatility due to the US waking up, due to the US stock market as well pumping up today here, because the stock market in the US is looking very good. And that is also where we should be looking at, right? All these markets are having a very bullish reaction right now. And why is that happening is because it was inevitable. Like the economic system is crazy because we are having so much inflation. So it is likely to see asset prices rising because every single dollar is getting less worthy. Asset prices are going to increase against it. And just like Bitcoin, if there's more and more dollars in circulation, the Bitcoin price will be only increased further on because there are more dollars. So every single Bitcoin that's around there is more worth against $1. And that's why we're also moving up right here, is an inevitable event. And as well, Bitcoin reaching $100,000 is also the same. It's an inevitable event here. And it will be happening one day. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will be happening in the near future. So please do know that these are very exciting times and things could just start to turn around here. And I mean, especially since the US 500 is looking so strong here, and especially what I want to be seeing right now for the S&P 500 is a break above that 4,587 region. If we do decide to break off this dotted line above this dotted line here, and so far it's moving up exactly like predicted. Also, because the S&P 500 has been looking so bullish here, I've been more bullish on Bitcoin as well in recent weeks, recent days, I should say. But it is looking good. It's looking good on the S&P 500, and we're just closing in towards our all-time high again because the S&P 500 is note how close it is currently towards its all-time high. It's been 83 days lost since we set a new all-time high, and we're currently only 5.5% away from it, and things could just start to move up very quickly again. My man, I've been looking for you to open to trade same pair time on Bybit. Please, I can't figure that. Let me see. I've been looking for you. Do you open 2 trades of the same pair? No. I use different pairs, guys. For people that don't know yet, I'm thinking of really making a Bybit tutorial because it could be very, very nice. So you can trade on several pairs, right? I trade currently against the US dollar perpetual. US dollar perpetual. So what does it mean? I basically trade in Bitcoin. Why do I trade in Bitcoin over here with my swing trade? Is because if I'm betting on a swing trade that Bitcoin is going to move up over a longer period of time here, first of all, my Bitcoin is going to get more worth, and because I'm trading and my rewards, my P&L will be rewarded in Bitcoins, it is also going to increase more significantly. So I'm using a 5x leverage, but basically it's the 6x leverage. since if the market does decide to move up, my Bitcoin is also getting worth more. So that's a very smart strategy to do. And of course, with those short-term trades I do them against US dollar tether. So I'm using the USDT perpetual, like you can see here on the top side of the screen. You can select inverse perpetual. That's what I'm currently doing with my swing trade. And you have USD tether perpetual, and that was against USD tether. So I trade with different pairs. You can trade inverse perpetual with Solana, Cardano, DOT, BitDAO, XRP, EOS, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So definitely very interesting to check out. And as well, for everyone who doesn't got a Bybit account yet here, make sure to use my link in the description, because if you're not going to use any link, you will be getting a $400 deposit bonus. But if you're going to use my link, you will be getting a $4,800 deposit bonus. And if you're already planning to trade or execute some trades here, first of all, make sure to join my Telegram group in the link in the description. And second of all, set up your account using this link, so you will be getting extra rewards while you're trading. And I will be calling all the trades. So I will be, so far we had a very good record. 6 out of the 7 winning trades here. The only losing trade was approximately 5% loss. And all the winning trades they're very good. We're very good. And you can see it all back in the Telegram group. You can see every single post is still there. So if you don't believe me, you can just see it. And I've not deleted anything of the group here. I don't do that because that's what the community can see as well. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of negative feedback. And just look at the feedback from people on Twitter or whatsoever. It's been also very positive on all platforms. So just check it out here, but sign up your account through the link in the description on Bybit. Will be very valuable to get that extra deposit bonus right now, and there are going to be a lot of cool things coming up as well in the future still. So yeah, Bitcoin is assigned to move up pretty sustainable right now here, pretty decent. It's looking like we could be starting to explode anytime soon again here. So guys, let me know, what is your price prediction for today? What is your price prediction for today? Let me know, guys. I'm very curious about what you guys think. Let me see. I'm quickly loading up. Oh, Bitcoin is moving 47.3K right now, guys. Can we break above the range high? What is going to be critical for the lower time frame right now here is Bitcoin breaking above this 47.3K. It's basically the previous high in the 15 minutes. If we can do that, we could be starting to flip a little bit more bullish right here. If we do decide to do that, it could be looking very strong. So hopefully we can see a break above that range. Let me see what the chat currently is saying. Towards 45K, CME gap. Yeah, we are going to talk about the CME gap also in a moment. 47.5K. 48.5. Yeah, let's see what is going to happen. Of course, guys, we do know we also are having a major CME gap across the market. Let me go to a different chart. Let me open the CME chart. Let me go to the 1 hour. So yeah, we've got a massive CME gap. CME gap on the 44.7K. I mean, I've been trading CME gaps like sometimes. I do take them in consideration. But note about how we do still have a CME gap over here. We still have a CME gap on 32K here, guys. Are we going to fill the CME gap over here? Are we going to fill this CME gap? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to fill this CME gap. We not completely filled it, so wait, it's not correctly like this. Yeah, it's not completely filled yet. And are we going to fill this one? That's going to be the question. Are we going to fill it? I don't know. I don't know. Let me set it up. Yeah, I don't really think we have to fill this. I don't really believe we are always going to fill those CME gaps. I think like 9 out of the 10 times it's good to use it for your strategy calls. And Bitcoin is pumping up massively right now, guys. This is amazing to see. Can we break above this range high? It's going to become very interesting right now, right here for Bitcoin, because we could just start to get another major pump in right here. But CME gaps tend to get filled, not always have to be getting filled. And yeah, I mean, just pretty neutral on it. Of course, if you don't know already, we also still got a CME gap here on the 9.7K. Do we necessarily have to fill this one? I don't necessarily think so. What you can see over here, right? We have not filled the CME gap yet. And just like that, there are more CME gaps. Here as well, a CME gap on 11.1K. There are so many CME gaps here as well on the $18,000. So CME gaps tend to get filled, but doesn't necessarily always have to get filled. That is always how I say it about CME gaps. That's basically my saying. So we have a ton of CME gaps on the lower side, and like this Bitcoin pump was definitely very inevitable. And no, I'm not really shorting the market right now out of anticipation for that CME gap to get filled. I'm not closing my lungs out of anticipation to see that CME gap getting filled, because the market is looking pretty strong. And if like a lot of people are going to short this, because there are still some short orders coming in, like you can see, right? FTX is, and OKX are still, and DIDX are still shorting massively. If those people keep shorting, there's going to be just another short squeeze. And since the other exchanges are neutral, we are still leaning towards a little bit more of a bullish side here. And maybe in 2 or 3 months from now, we're going to fill that CME gap. But I'm not really anticipating it to happen today or tomorrow. Maybe the market is going to look completely different tomorrow. But no, not on the imminent short term. I'm anticipating this. So Bitcoin closed on a higher high on the 15-minute time frame. And yet again, guys, we can see clearly lower high on the RSI. Higher high in the price action. So we are creating a bearish divergence, but however, at the same time, we're also creating an highest 15-minute candle for Bitcoin for a very, very long time here. So yeah, things are starting to get very interesting. We are still losing momentum on this chart here, but things are starting to look very, very interesting right now. Trade is also still doing good, about to turn 20k profit right here. And I wish I still had my auto trade open, actually, because that was a very strong entry I got there. But unfortunately, I already got stopped out because of my take profit was hit. But I'm very glad with the profits we made there. Never be too greedy. Just be happy with the gains you're making. And also, guys, like I use take profits on those trades here. Not on my swing trades, but on those other trades. Because otherwise, we will become too greedy. And that's exactly not what we do want to have, right? We want to be focused on what we can do and not start to get too greedy, because then we're going to lose maybe money. And that's the last thing we want to have, right? We want to make money rather than lose money. We're going to be making a ton of money in the future still as well. So no problem if you did miss these trades. You can still join the Telegram for any future trades we're going to drop out for you guys out there. So there's much more to come, guys. It's so exciting about what we're currently seeing here. Yeah, Bitcoin is showing so much strength here, guys. At the same time, I'm quickly checking up something else here. I'm also starting to get pretty hungry. We've been live already for 1 hour. That's amazing to see, guys. You guys are also tuning in. You guys are really loving it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. Smash up that like button as well, guys. Can we smash it up towards 500 likes? Also, still running a $2,500 US dollars, $2,500 US dollars giveaway right now on my Twitter page. Scroll a little bit through my Twitter page and you can find it very easily. It's like 2 or 3 hours ago I dropped it out here, so make sure to check that out. It's definitely very valuable. I will be putting my Twitter real quickly on the left side of the screen here. It is at Rover CRC, of course. I did. That's amazing. Bitboy sold VeChain. Oh my god! Like I don't get it. What people are selling the dip. I actually don't get it. VeChain was looking so strong against Ethereum. VeChain was looking so strong against the US dollar valuation. It was the zone to buy, not to sell. And like some people are still deciding to sell the dump. I'm ready to be there to accumulate it, and I've been accumulating a ton of VeChain, and I'm really ready for the next rally towards the upside, because I do believe in the future of VeChain, and I do believe as well in the future of Bitcoin, and that's why we're currently witnessing this pump that we are starting to generate here. So that's absolutely amazing to see here. So quickly going as well to open a 1 hour chart here to see what really the targets are that we could be looking at in terms of the previous resistance ranges, right? So let me see. Bitcoin is showing so much strength right here. It's beautiful to see. It's absolutely beautiful to see. So, yeah, the real range high is going to be the 48k, I think. That's going to be a target we should be definitely aiming for right now. 48,000 US dollars is going to be a target that is going to be pretty interesting for Bitcoin to be approaching. 48,000 US dollars has been last time around on the 4 hourly time frame, showed us a lot of significance right here. Major rejections across the market, major rejection over here, support touches as well. So if Bitcoin is going to close in towards that target, that 48,000 US dollar target, I do think that we could see some trouble come in towards this market for potential rejection. If we do break above it, it's going to indicate that we are even more stronger than we even already are. So it's going to probably be very interesting right now. Hey Crypto Rover, good day to you. good job on the 6 out of 7 trades. I mean, that's so amazing to hear. Yeah, we've been absolutely crushing it on those recent trades here. And I mean, you know what's lovely? I've been on my Instagram here, and I was checking my DMs like today, and I saw that so many people were saying, Rover, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, I love it. I love it. Like, helping other people out with some financial problems, or like helping other people out to develop their skills in the cryptocurrency industry, just makes me feel so amazing. So yeah, it has been been very cool to do so indeed. So yeah, Bitcoin is moving up very strong here. I don't know for how long I will be continuing the stream here, since I do have to eat something. So let me see. So, yeah, guys, unfortunately, right now, I will be wrapping up the stream, even though Bitcoin is trading on very interesting places. I will keep you guys posted on Twitter, Telegram, everywhere, guys. So, if there are any emergency developments on this market, I will be dropping out an update on my Telegram. And as well, guys, what I will do, if there's really going to be an interesting move on Bitcoin here, I will be smashing up that live button again on YouTube. So make sure to smash up the notifications here on YouTube, so you will not miss anything of these live streams that I drop out on the channel. So make sure to subscribe right now, hit that notification button, and if there's going to be anything interesting what we do need to discuss on this market, I will be jumping back live with you guys out there. It's been an absolutely pleasure to be your guest of today. It's been an absolutely pleasure to discuss the market with you guys out there today. It's been a very good amount of trades we have done together. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me on Twitter, and make sure to follow us on our Signal group on Telegram. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and good luck trading today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.